It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from mtlands Bryggeri, and it's a bottle of their rnsten premium lager beer, coming in at 5% ABV. Swedish beer, this one. I do enjoy my Swedish beer. There's the mtlands Bryggeri bottle cap. Anno 1996. So they're going on nearly 30 years old. Let's get this beer out then into a glass and see what we get. And I think, I'm not 100% sure, but I think the brewer originally is from the UK. Obviously moved over to Sweden. I don't think back then there was many different varieties of breweries like there is now. There's so much going on in Sweden. He was one of the first. So beer in the glass then. For a lager beer, it's got a nice amber colour to it. Normally, well, I say normally, with a generic lager you normally just get this light golden coloured ale. That's very, very clear. But this one's got a little bit of haze to it. It had a 2-finger slightly off white head. Nice levels of carbonation rising up the side of the glass. If we can just get it, there you go. So let's get the aroma on this beer. Oh wow, very, very fruity beer. Big yeasty aroma. It smells quite funky. I'm going to dive into this one. Cheers. But it's fine, absolutely fine. What I was a little bit worried about when I got the funky aroma was I was wondering if there was an infection in the beer. That's why I was a little bit hesitant, and I had that small mouthful to begin with. And no, absolutely fine. I just wonder what the ingredients are for this lager, because there's quite a few different things going on. It's very different for a lager. It's spicy, it's very malty, it's quite bitter on the back end. It is slightly funky up front as well. It's not an off flavour. And it's not, as I mentioned, it's not an infection. I think it's the way the beer's being brewed. I'm going to go with fruity, spicy, hoppy, bitter on the back end, a little bit of grapefruity, maybe Styrian Goldings hops on the back end. It's a fruity spiciness. Styrian Golding hops are famous for that kind of spicy, hoppy, pardon me, taste. It's a pretty decent brew. The more I'm drinking it, the more I'm enjoying it. I was very hesitant to begin with. I'm just wondering. That almost looks like a dollop of honey. I'm sure I can taste a bit of honey in here. I'm just wondering, that artwork on the bottle, it looks a little bit like honey. It does taste of a sweet honey in the beer. But it's very different, but I like it. I like it. It's quite funky in a strange way. It's quite, tastes a little bit like Brettanomyces yeast. Yeah, it's not bad. Premium lager beer, mtlands Bryggeri. Rating. Well, it's definitely got down lager beer. I like it. I reckon I'd drink 1 pint of it and then I'd be ready to drink something else. Now, I don't think it's got an infection. I'm pretty sure it's not got an infection. But of course, you guys in Sweden, if you're watching this, you'll know by drinking different bottles of this, different batch numbers of this, whether this should be tasting like this. Tell me what you're tasting below. Put your comments in the comments box. Tell me what that little bit strange flavour is in the beer. But it's a decent beer. I quite like it. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. It's a 7 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Put your comments in the comments box. Please subscribe to our daily beer reviews and cheers.